Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing somewhat of a recap to catch everybody up on what happened during the first part of The Walking Dead Season 11, and we're going to take a look at the names, titles for the episodes for The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2. Alright dudes, and possible spoiler warning if you are not caught up yet for The Walking Dead Season 11, which means if you have not seen the first part of The Walking Dead Season 11, with the season split up into 3 parts as its final season, Walking Dead's final season. So Part 1 we saw air from August 22nd to October 10th, the first 8 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 11, and The Walking Dead Season 11 will feature 24 episodes in total, so that is 3 8-episode parts. So as such, I thought it would be worthwhile for us to take a look back at the first part, since it has actually been a little bit since we've seen this. A longer wait than usual because they opted to start The Walking Dead Season 11 at the late summer start time of August 22nd. And I think it was actually a week early before that on AMC Premiere. So it really, the first part of Season 11 actually started late summer 2021 and ran up until kind of early October there. And now we're actually going to be seeing Part 2 start this weekend, AMC plus AMC Premiere, February 13th, and for everybody else, cable viewers, February 20th, coming up after that. We'll get into the titles for Part 2 just after this, but we'll take a look at the first 8 episodes of the season for The Walking Dead Season 11 so far. So we had the first 2 episodes shown late summertime were Acheron Part 1 and Acheron Part 2. So these 2 episodes, kind of like a 2-parter, were something really cool that we got to see in The Walking Dead. If you think back to it at this point now, where we have Daryl, we have Maggie, we kind of have most of the group, and Negan and the others, and they travel through a kind of like an underground passage, or kind of a dystopian landscape in The Walking Dead, which I think was really cool to see, especially when they kind of got stuck in the subway train there, which was pretty sweet, with a whole ton of walkers. And we got to see some really awesome action sequences with Daryl and all of the others as well. They did the thing with will Negan save Maggie or allow Maggie to be kind of eaten by walkers, and so Negan, spoilers like I said, chose not to, but Maggie was able to kind of crawl underneath the subway train in order to escape all of the walkers that were going to eat her. And then so first 2 episodes, a pretty good start to The Walking Dead Season 11. I enjoyed them very much. I thought the environments were a standout in those 2 episodes. Very cool to see, and I thought that the subway train part was very movie-esque. It was one of the more movie-esque type of things we've kind of seen in The Walking Dead, to get to see that type of environment, which is not something we get to see too often in Walking Dead, because most of The Walking Dead is filmed kind of in forests and things like that, which is kind of a usual landscape for us. But one thing they have done a great job of in the last few years of Walking Dead is they've shown us some really different environments. They even brought in, so there was some posters dealing with kind of the breakdown of society, and almost similar to some of the things we've seen in the last couple of years. The racism will not be tolerated thing that Daryl finds, the people kind of going there, people with a bunch of money and stuff, and just being totally useless. You can use it to, I don't know, light cigarettes or something. It was. I thought it was really cool. A really, really good start to the season, and totally different. It felt very different for Walking Dead. Then we had Hunted, really good as we get into the Reapers stuff here with them. Very exciting episode as well. So a great start to season 11. Then we had Rendition, and Out of the Ashes, On the Inside, Promises Broken, and For Blood. So basically we see a couple storylines going on at the same time here. We get the storyline of the group versus the Reapers, and then in between they're working in the stuff with the Commonwealth here, simultaneously. So the stuff with the Commonwealth so far this season, I think with season 11 has been pretty good. But just like with the comics, I do remember from the comics when I was doing reviews of the comics, people were saying like this is some of the weakest stuff Walking Dead has maybe ever done, getting introduced to the Commonwealth, getting to see them all, Eugene and Ezekiel and Princess and Yumiko there, that whole crowd, Stephanie and what's going on with that. So far it's just been okay for me. We'll see for the second part if that can kind of become a bit more interesting for us. I think in the first part it was really mediocre for Walking Dead. It was cool because it was different in some ways. You get to see people living more like regular life in Walking Dead, which is totally kind of odd for us, strange for us to see compared to the Whisperers or groups like that. So it is something different, but it's definitely not the most exciting stuff in the world. And you can kind of look at the premiere, you can look at the mid-season or the first part, finale of the first part of season 11, and what are you seeing? You're seeing more scenes with the Reapers, you're seeing Maggie go after the Reapers, you're seeing Negan help with the Whisper-style mask, which was really cool. You're seeing stuff with Daryl, stuff with Leah, you're seeing Pope and all the rest of the stuff. That's kind of, for me anyway, I found that stuff to be the most exciting stuff for Walking Dead. With the Commonwealth stuff, maybe similarly with the TV series, just like it was in the comics, kind of being one of the parts that I think has not been, Mercer's cool and everything, some of the others are cool, but it's not amazing. I have to say that. It's just okay for me. I don't think it's incredible, and so I hope in the second part, once Daryl and the others connect with the Commonwealth, that could be cool to see them all interact with the Commonwealth, maybe join the Commonwealth military, as we've seen Daryl wearing a Commonwealth military uniform. So some of these other parts here coming up could be really cool for the Commonwealth. We just haven't seen it yet. For me, the most interesting stuff has been definitely Daryl, Maggie, Negan, and the others. Definitely the confrontation with the Reapers. Definitely the stuff with Leah and Pope and them attacking, and then kind of Leah quickly taking over the Reapers here, and then us getting to see, okay, is she going to be able to let this go? Are they going to join with Daryl and the others and then merge this into the storyline with the Commonwealth? Or are they going to, will Maggie and the others have to kill Leah and the rest of the Reapers? So it'll be tricky to see. Let's see what they do here and how this goes in the second part. But yeah, I think that the Walking Dead season 11 starts off great. Some awesome sequences and everything. Really great with Hunted. On the inside, the Connie episode was really cool. Something very different, like people under the stairs or something. And it's cool to see her kind of return for Kelly and the others, which is really good. So that was a good episode, and just really the standout stuff for me from Fur Blood, Promises Broken, and the other episodes so far this season, really just all the stuff with the Reapers being the most interesting for me, and the stuff with the Commonwealth just being flat out okay. Now, we can get into some of the titles that have been released so far for The Walking Dead Season 11 Part 2. So the first episode, which will be episode 9, is called No Other Way. And so that's going to be airing February 13th on AMC Plus and February 20th for regular cable viewing. So No Other Way. This title makes me think maybe something to do with the Reapers, that maybe Leah and the Reapers will not join Daryl and join the others. Maybe Leah will possibly, as a woman scorned, want revenge on Daryl, want to defeat Maggie, want to defeat the survivors, and ultimately Daryl and the others will be, I would think, victorious. And the only question is whether or not Leah will survive out of any of the Reapers. But it should be some good fights and stuff to see how that all works out. Episode 10 is called New Haunts, which is the second episode of the second part for season 11. That's kind of an interesting title, New Haunts. So something haunting. You think like ghosts and paranormal, something like that, which could be kind of interesting to see what they do with that. I do like on the inside when they're trying some different types of episodes here for other characters is good, like the Connie ones. So maybe that'll be something to do with that. I don't know. I'm sure that lots of different characters are haunted by different things, that they've been throughout the series. Episode 11 is called Rogue Element. So something going rogue as far as the Commonwealth is concerned, maybe. Or maybe Eugene. Has Eugene decided to kind of, join with the Commonwealth? He's given up information about Daryl and the group and the other survivors, so where they are and everything. And so we see the scenes in the previews of the Commonwealth coming to Alexandria. We get to see that. Episode 12 is called All or Nothing. And then episode 13 is called Warlords. And then episode 14 is called The Rotten. So we don't have episode 15 or 16's titles just yet. That's what we get. That is quite a few for them to give us. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Warlords, that sounds kind of interesting there. I do know there are some people in the Commonwealth that are kind of warmongering, like Sebastian probably, based on the comics. Maybe Pamela a little bit. And the Rotten is kind of an interesting name. Makes me think of the Rotten Core, like the way the Commonwealth kind of has an elitist group within it, which Daryl may not appreciate, kind of the way it's sort of set up, where you have all the workers, and then you have this elitist superclass in the Commonwealth. So we'll have to see how all this stuff from the comics with the Commonwealth is translated to the TV series. It does sound to be very, at least the title's very exciting to me. I do wonder if they might swerve us and we might see some major character deaths here. I do hope that Daryl survives all the way through and Carol survives all the way through. I kind of hope that Maggie survives all the way through and Negan does as well too. Those are some that I would like to see. Maybe like to see Rosita survive all the way through. Everybody else, I think, because the series is wrapping up, the series is ending, I wouldn't be too surprised if anybody else was killed off aside from that. I do really hope, though, that they don't kind of kill Daryl off or do something really crazy like that, because I think that'll just finish Walking Dead for good. That'll be it. Nobody will want to watch it after that if they do something like that. So I hope they don't try to do something really risky or avant-garde and try to kill Daryl or something right at the end. Maybe if it's in the last episode, that's okay. But if it's in episode 24 out of season 11's 24, that would be all right. But aside from that, I just wouldn't want to see it. So I don't know. I'm not really sure. We have basically 16 episodes left of the series. We got all the stuff with the Commonwealth to be adapted, so that's probably enough to get them through. That'll probably end us off at a pretty good spot for Walking Dead, and I just hope they don't. I hope that our core favorites kind of get to survive to the end of the series and see the series end, and they'll still be alive in the Walking Dead universe to be used in the movies or other projects if AMC ever wants to in the future. That's I really hope that's kind of where they go with it. I almost feel like they kind of have to at this point. If they do anything really crazy and they kill off Daryl or something like that, that'll be really, really tricky. That might be it for Walking Dead, indefinitely. So let me know what you guys think about these episodes. Recap for the first part of season 11. What are some of your favorite episodes so far in season 11? What's your favorite one so far? Mine would probably be a Chair on part 2, or maybe Hunted. Really good as well. For Blood, also very good. So let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. Share, favorite, and subscribe at the bottom. I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, this is Trev saying peace later, guys. See you soon.